I've had a really nice career doing work for local authorities and the voluntary sector, and I'm actually proud of the work I've done, and I've made many friends along the way. When I was younger, I had a solicitor friend who was studying law. She was my flatmate, and we used to talk about wills even then. We were 20 years old, but we never did anything about it. And you can talk about it and say, oh, this is how I want to go out, this is who I want to leave it to, but you don't do anything about it. And I just really think it's very important to do something about it, maybe not at 20, but to think about, what you want to do with your legacy. So when I thought about my legacy and what I wanted to do with my estate, I'm sounding very much like a rich landowner here, but I'm not. I did quite a lot of research on the World Land Trust, on the website, which is a very good website. There is a lot of information there, and the different projects. So you might have one-off projects, you might have buying land projects and the Keepers of the Wild. Quite a small amount of money in terms of a legacy. £5,000 can fund a keeper for up to a year. I really like this project. It's about the rangers and the people individually who work on the ground. The range of the work that they do is pretty amazing. So they not only do the conservation work and work with local organisations, they may be taking tourists out, they may be helping to do scientific research. And also one of the things, it can be quite dangerous. So, it's not an easy job. And I think £5,000, that's money well spent. It's actually very easy to make a will, and I just sat down and thought about it a bit. I did want to leave some money to relatives, and so what I've done is I've left up to the inheritance tax level to my relatives, which is a reasonable proportion, and the rest of the money I've left to charity. And that's really good because charity, you don't have to pay the inheritance tax, which is 40%. So the charities actually get all that money. So my money is really working. And the reason is I've left it to 3 charities. One is a local charity in Tottenham that I'm a trustee of, community development organisation, another's to a cancer charity, but the bulk of it, the major proportion, is going to the World Land Trust. In my work, I did a lot of community engagement with local people, local organisations, and WLT does exactly the same in other countries, so it will work as a whole with the people that live there. It will engage local communities to understand how important their land is, if you like, and can't be done without engaging the local people there. So the World Land Trust isn't just about land, and it's not just about wildlife, it's about the whole, which does include people as well. Actually, I would like a proportion to go to what's called the Action Fund. The money will be used as and when and where it's needed. I thought that was an excellent idea. And I realised the pressures that tourism and economic development can have an effect on the ecosystems. And so I'm really pleased. And I just think it's really good because my spirit will go living on in some land in South America. have been diagnosed with a life-threatening disease, and I do have cancer. I'm in remission at the moment, but unfortunately it is recurrent cancer. It's likely to come back. They can treat it and it'll come back, and they can treat it and then eventually, as everyone must do, we will die. And I'm quite upfront about that. Obviously there's scary moments, but as I say, my spirit, if I have one, I'm sure I have, will live on in perpetuity. And I just think, well, ashes to ashes, that's a way of thinking of it. It will go to land.